Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 28th Commencement Ceremony of RIT Croatia. I'm Dr. Irena Gusak, President and Dean of RIT Croatia, and it's my pleasure to preside over this ceremony today. The ceremony will recognize in formal spirit the educational accomplishments and personal growth of students who have completed their degree programs at RIT Croatia. We're privileged and delighted that Maja Grgić, Croatia celebrated jazz singer, is here with us today for the opening of our ceremony. We thank Maja for joining us in honoring our graduates by singing the national anthems of the United States of America and Republic of Croatia. Please stand and join in the singing of the national anthems. Maja.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's celeste gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs burst in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hvala lijepo. Lijepa naša domovino, o junačka zemljo mila, stare slave djedovino, da bi vas sretna bila, mila Kano, si nam slavna, mila si nam ti jedina, mila kuda si nam ravna, mila kuda si planina. Teci Dravo, Savo, teci, niti Dunav si lubi, sinje more svijetu reci, da svoj narod Hrvat ljubi, dok mu njive sunce grije, dok mu hrašće puravije, dok mu mrtve groba krije, dok mu živo srce bije. Hvala lijepo.
Thank you, Maja. A number of honored guests have joined me as members of the platform party today. They will be introduced during the course of our program. I would firstly like to call upon Dr. James Waters, RIT Croatia's Board Chair and RIT Senior Vice President of Finance and Administration, to say a few words of welcome. Dr. Waters.
On behalf of the RIT Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome all of you, graduates, families, friends, fellow trustees, faculty, and staff, and our honored guest, Mr. Mayor. Today we kick off our commitments and celebrations to our graduates and all that lies ahead of them. We salute their numerous accomplishments and achievements, their years of hard work, their years of support by families and friends, and the years of dedicated service by our faculty and staff and administrators. I am honored to be with you today as we celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates of RIT Croatia. Many years ago, I sat in your seat, and I remember the excitement, the relief of receiving my degree. I also remember the anticipation of what might come next. I now have the privilege of serving as the chair of the Board of Trustees of RIT Croatia. As trustees, our job is to oversee the strategic direction of the university, approving the principles and values which guide the university, its vision, its mission, and continued progress. We always look forward to the opportunity to share today's celebration with you. It is such a special treat for us, and one that we look forward to each and every year. The joy we see in these graduates and the love which is so self-evident in the faces of family and friends is heartwarming to see for all of us. We are happy that our joint efforts in supporting the faculty and staff of this great university have resulted in each of you reaching your goals. We look forward to seeing the smiles and seeing and hearing the applause as each graduate crosses the stage today. Graduates, RIT is one of the important chapters in your life experience. Your time and experience here has positioned you with boundless opportunities. You are now part of the history of RIT, and RIT will forever be a part of you. Remember, this is your university. I encourage you to stay connected to RIT and RIT Croatia. RIT can continue to make a difference in your life, and you can make a difference in RIT's future. On behalf of the RIT Croatia Board of Trustees and RIT, congratulations to all of our graduates. We wish you great success and happiness. Parents, grandparents, partners, family, and friends, you should be very proud of these graduates and their accomplishments. Now, graduates, go out and lead us to a better, kinder, and more humanitarian world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Waters. It is now my pleasure to welcome our next speaker, Mr. Mato Frankovic, Mayor of the City of Dubrovnik, and who I am proud to say is also an alumnus of RIT Croatia. Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, dobro jutro, dear graduates, professor, faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, the family of graduates. Dear graduates, I will first address you. Today is not the finish line. It is the starting point. A diploma is not a proof that you have all the answers. It is a proof that you learned how to keep asking the right questions. In the years ahead, some of you will succeed faster than expected. Some of you will fail before you succeeded. And some of you will completely change the dream you are choosing today. That is not weakness, that is growth. The world you're entering does not need more people who play it safe. It needs people who are curious, brave, kind, persistent, People willing to stand up after rejection, uncertainty, and setbacks. Remember this: your career will be built by your talent, but your life will be defined by your character. So take risks, create something meaningful. Be the person who brings energy in the room, not the fear. And never underestimate how far discipline, humility, and courage can take you. Years from now, nobody will remember your grades, but they will remember how you treated people, how you handled failure, and whether you had the courage to build a life that was truly yours. Graduates of RIT, your future is not waiting for permission, so go and create it. Congratulations, class of 2026. Poštovane obitelji, majke, očevi, bake, djedovi, sestre, braćo, većina vas sigurno u trenutku ulazaka vaše djece, ulaska u ovu salu, prošlo vam je zapravo cijelo njihovo djetinjstvo kroz oči. Od onog trenutka kad su se rodili, pa kad ste ih upisali u vrtić, nakon toga osnovna škola, srednja škola i na kraju diploma. Oni su vaš uspjeh i iskreno vam čestitam na tome. Želim vama i vašim obiteljima sve najbolje. Hvala vam lijepa.
Thank you, Mato. I would now like to introduce our next guest speaker, Dr. Iva Ančić, Head of Brand and Marketing Communications Department and Digital Business at A1 Hrvatska. Iva is an RIT Croatia alumna from the first generation of the Hotel and Resort Management undergraduate program, class of 2002. Thank you for being here today, Iva. We're delighted to have you join us. Iva.
Dear graduates, families, professors, and friends, it's been more than 20 years since I was here, sitting exactly where you are today. And sometimes, somehow, it feels like it was yesterday. I was part of the first generation of RIT Croatia. Everything was new, uncertain, and I chose it anyway. As Robert Frost wrote, 2 roads diverged into a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that made all the difference. Looking back today, I know exactly how true that is. RIT Croatia didn't just change what I do. It changed how I think, how I act, how I make decisions. It taught me to question things, to look at problems from different perspectives. And that made all the difference. When I was where you are today, I didn't have a master plan. I didn't have a clear vision. The only thing I knew for sure was that I don't want to work in finance. And yet, my first job was in a bank. And I stayed in that bank for 16 years, which just proves that life has a really great sense of humor. If you look at my path from the outside, it may look like a straight line, but from the inside, it never was. There were moments of growth, success, and confidence, and just as many moments of doubt. So here's what I learned. First, you will fail. Not once, many times. And not always because you made the mistakes. Sometimes you'll do everything right and you'll still fail. At home, I try to teach this to my 2 daughters, both teenagers. I tell them that failure is not a problem. Staying down is. Success is not about avoiding the failure. It's about the speed at which you rise again. And that makes all the difference. Second, your learning is now your responsibility. No one will structure it for you anymore. You have to seek it, create it, own it. Stay uncomfortable, keep learning. I have a bachelor degree, I have a master degree, I have a PhD, and I'm going back to school here at RIT Croatia MS in Organizational Leadership and Innovation. Because at some point, you realize that learning is not something you finish, it's something you choose. So always, always look for new opportunities to grow, to develop, and learn. And when you find them, grab them and make the most out of them. And don't forget to have fun. Third, people matter more than you think. After 16 years in banking, when I decided to leave, my CEO told me something I will never forget. He said, "This is your home, and you can always come back." That sentence stayed with me. Why? Because it wasn't about the job. It was about trust, respect, relationship. That is what you build over time. If you look at my journey today, my biggest strength was never just me. It was people around me, my team, my friends, my family. Build those relationships, invest in them, take care of them. Because people sitting next to you today, one day will be your partners, your clients, and your support system. Don't forget that. And finally, dream big. Don't let go of the things that excite you and scare you at the same time. Those are usually the ones worth pursuing. It will not be easy. There will be moments when you will want to give up. I wanted to give up on my PhD so many times. Never, but never give up on your dreams. If you stay persistent, if you keep learning, and if you surround yourself with the right people, you will get there. Maybe not in the way you planned, but in a way that is right for you. So today, celebrate, be proud, and tomorrow, start again. Take the road less traveled by, give your best at all times, and don't forget to have fun. And remember, this is not a finish line. This is your beginning. And what a beginning it is. Congratulations, class 2026.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us here today. I'm now excited to be able to share with you a special recognition of several of the college's faculty members. It's my pleasure to call upon RIT Croatia's Associate Dean, Dr. Jako Patekar, who will share with you the recipients of this year's Faculty Excellence in Teaching Awards. Jako.
This faculty member makes learning feel less intimidating and genuinely enjoyable, explains things so they really make sense, creates a space where students feel safe speaking up and making mistakes, and brings energy that makes students look forward to class. We're proud to present this year's Excellence in Teaching Award to Dr. Nikolina Božinović. This faculty member teaches in a highly interactive and fun way, helps students learn by doing rather than just watching slides, is always available when help is needed, and stands out for clear organization and impressively fast feedback. We're proud to present this year's Excellence in Teaching Award to Ms. Daniela Crljen.
Congratulations to Nikolina and Daniela once again. I have now the pleasure to introduce Angela Krčelić, President of the RIT Croatia Alumni Association. I'm sure that a graduating class of 2026 will find inspiration in the words of their new colleague. Thank you for being here today, Angela. We're delighted to have you join us. Angela.
Dean Gusak, faculty, honored guests, students, families, and friends, good afternoon, and congratulations, RIT Croatia graduating class of 2026. As I look out at all of you today, I am reminded that just 8 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are and feeling the same electrifying emotions I'm sure you are feeling today. Joy, excitement, liberation, motivation, bittersweetness, and maybe a little uncertainty. On graduation day, I was still unsure of what the next chapter in my life was going to bring. During my commencement ceremony in 2018, I remember thinking to myself, what am I gonna do now? And what will life be like when I walk out of these doors today? Although graduation was an exciting day for me, it was also frightening knowing that a great chapter at RIT was about to end. And the next chapter was about to start sooner than I expected. What I would soon realize is that being an RIT Tiger is not something you just stop being once you've completed your education here. And the community that you become a part of doesn't disappear when you leave today. The beauty of being a part of the RIT community is that it stretches across the entire globe. We are a part of a collective that champions collaborations by connecting us through geographical boundaries. As president of the RIT Croatia Alumni Association, I can assure you that RIT Croatia not only gave you the tools you need to get started with your professional journey, but even after you walk out of these doors today, you will have a lifelong community of alums that will be able to guide you every step of the way. My advice to you all is to do your best to stay connected. Having a great network of people is tremendously important. I also urge you to update your contact information with us, stay updated by following us on social media, and join us for events near you. The RIT Croatia Alumni Association encourages you to keep in touch with your alma mater, fellow alums, and individuals who are part of this great chapter. The caps and gowns will come off today, but let's stop and think about the memories you've created these past 4 years that have shaped you and helped you pave the way for your future. RIT Croatia has fostered and nurtured your abilities to move on and be creative, innovative, collaborative, and progressive. I always say that I didn't just receive a Croatian and American diploma when I graduated in 2018, but I also gained a family. A family of RIT Tigers that has been by my side ever since we threw our caps in the air just 8 years ago. Today is a big day for all of you. Celebrate the past 4 years and all of your hard work. Your future is bright, and wherever life takes you, know that your fellow alums are here to support you. Once again, congratulations, class of 2026. I wish you all the best of luck and much success in your future.
Thank you, Angela. It was great to have you join us today. I'm sure that you will agree the culture and sounds of the Southern Dalmatia are special and unique. With this in mind, we felt that a touch of the klapa would be a fitting contribution to today's ceremony. So on that note, I would like to invite you to join me in welcoming Klapa Subrenum.
tebi pjevam ovu pjesmu, jer mi misli tebi lete, tebi pjevam ovu pjesmu, jer mi misli tebi lete. Stoljeća idu, ti nam stojiš gordo, na tvrdoj gridi kamena školjko zlata. Slobode svete, libertata jak piješ, najljepši grade, ponosu svih Hrvata. Neka te naša ljubav vječno vodi, stazama svjetla u danima bez straha. Budi Dubrovniče slavni, pod suncem juga, u krilu svetog Vlaha. Budi Dubrovniče slavni, pod suncem juga, u krilu svetog Vlaha. Tebi pjevam, dragi grade, dok te gledam kako spavaš. Tebi pjevam ovu pjesmu, a mi usnu nježne sanjam. Stoljeća idu, ti nam stojiš gordo, na tvrdoj gridi kamena školjko zlata. Slobode svete, libertata
Thank you to Kalapa Sobranum. It's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. She is a very strong student academically and is well respected by her peers and the faculty and staff. She was selected as class valedictorian based on her superior academic performance during the past 4 years. Please welcome the voice of this year's graduates, Tita Butic.
Good morning. Board of Trustees members, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, family members, and fellow graduates. It is a great privilege to stand here before you today representing the class of 2026. Standing here today, it's easy to focus on the finish line. But the real story of the class of 2026 isn't just about the degrees we are holding. It's about the transformation that happened between our first orientation and this final walk. Before we look at where we are going, we have to acknowledge the people who pushed us, challenged us, and occasionally confused us along the way. We arrived just as the world changed. ChatGPT burst onto the scene during our first year. But let's be honest, it didn't arrive early enough to save us from Professor Milena's 100 business ideas assignment. No AI could have brainstormed those last 20 ideas for us at 2 a.m. We quickly realized that in Professor Bessim's world, short was a very flexible term, usually meaning a casual 30-page reading, which is exactly why, whenever the Bura started, we check our inbox hoping for the official signal class is moving to Zoom. However, all that effort was balanced by the company visits he organized, reminding us that the most important lesson often happens outside of the four walls of classroom. Of course, none of us will ever forget the Kevin callouts for being late or his exams, a true challenge, where he'd hide the actual accounting problem under a pile of unnecessary informations just to see if we could figure out what really mattered. If we learned anything from him, it is that the two most important things in life are the color blue and, of course, cold, hard cash. The legendary WMC experience is something even non-majors have heard about through the grapevine. Professor Niric forced them to become independent, like learning how to think through problems instead of waiting for answers. Professor Tolic is a super straightforward guy. He taught them that learning isn't just about having the answers, it's about knowing how to find them ourselves. Then we have Professor Cherry, whose 9 a.m. energy felt statistically impossible for the rest of us. While we were still trying to wake up, she was already at 100%. We also remembered her constantly battling ChatGPT to keep our work authentic. Professor Brassard introduced us to the world through his insights on intercultural communication and Japanese culture. Beyond the classroom, he guided us as freshmen, helping us find our place and truly feel part of the RIT community. We can't forget our language professors and their frequent commutes to Zagreb, as well as the many memorable coffee sessions we shared with them during the class time. We can only say, muchas gracias, grazie mille, und vielen Dank. Professor Vanda, who proved that sociology and anthropology aren't anything but boring. With her surprising stories and vivid real-life examples, she made sure we never looked at human behavior the same way again. We also thank Professor Marlena for being our breath of fresh air, literally. Her field trips gave us the nature reset we needed during the chaos of exams and projects, reminding us there is a whole world beyond our screens. Thanks to Professor Bitanga for teaching us the finer things in life. She often moved our classroom to her wine bar to study food and wine pairings firsthand, which, let's be honest, was everyone's favorite way of studying. And we can't forget Professor Crljen. She shared so many stories about her time at Disney during an afternoon sessions that we basically feel like experts on Magic Kingdom, even though none of us have actually worked or been there. We also have to acknowledge a historic shift on campus. We miss Professor Ambrose, who retired last year. We will never forget a true meaning of thank you, Minitab. Finally, we must thank Professor Eva for providing what she herself called such an easy course. To RIT's incredible staff, thank you for everything. You guided us through this journey with endless support, patience, and just the right amount of persistence. You were always there for us, whether it was helping us sort out paperwork, rescuing the SG office printer again, offering career advice, chasing us down to join RIT events, or somehow managing to help us transform Erasmus courses we are still not entirely convinced we passed. There is one more group that deserves special recognition for their patience, support, and unwavering belief in us, our parents. To them, especially to my mom, we may not say it enough, but everything we have achieved today is in so many ways because of you. Thank you for believing in us, even before we fully believed in ourselves. You gave us the strength to take this step, the courage to keep going when things felt uncertain, and the support that made all of this possible. Dear fellow graduates, it feels like yesterday that we all met each other for the very first time. For some of us, this marked the beginning of an entirely new chapter, college, while others arrived with a little more experience already behind them. Many of us moved to another city or even another country, leaving behind everything we knew and loved. And even for those from Dubrovnik, this was the start of a truly unforgettable chapter. From personal experience, I know that not all of us fell in love with Dubrovnik right away. Some of us maybe still haven't, but I think we can all agree that this city and this college have left a lasting effect on our lives. From that very first student party on a Thursday, yes, Thursday, because Dubrovnik always had to be a little different, to the morning after, when many of us showed up to financial accounting wearing sunglasses, trying, and probably failing, to work on our Excel assignment. Professor Walker, my apologies, I don't think much work was actually done that day. And of course, to all of those coffees we shared in those sun together while we were supposedly in class. While writing this speech, I found myself struggling to put into words what I truly wanted to share with you, my colleagues, my teammates, but most importantly, my friends. And then I realized what brings me the most joy is simply looking back at where we all started and seeing how far we've come, watching us grow, watching us change, seeing so many of us step out of our shells, going from being terrified of speaking in front of a class to reaching a point where professors sometimes had to ask us to stop talking. Seeing how we went from not really knowing what interests us, maybe in feeling lost, to slowly discovering what gives us purpose, what excites us, and what we are truly passionate about. And now we stand at another beginning. Some of us will continue our journey in academia, pursuing master's degrees. Some will step into the world of real jobs. Some have already begun building something on their own, showing incredible courage and ambition. And some are still searching, and that's okay too. Because no matter where life takes us, no matter which path we chose or how long it takes to find it, there is one thing I'm certain of. Wherever we are in the world, whatever we are doing, we will always find time for one more coffee together. It feels right to end with the same words that started it all. As our former president and dean, Don Hudspeth, told us at our orientation 4 years ago, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And if you learned anything since then, it is that taking the shot is the whole point. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Tita, for those wonderful words. We're proud to have you as one of our graduates today. Here with us today is also Dr. James Myers, Associate Provost for International Education and Global Programs, who will join me in congratulating the graduates. It's with mixed emotions that I make this introduction today, as Dr. Myers will be leaving the global office at the end of June and will begin a new journey. Dr. Myers, all of us here at RIT Croatia will miss you, and we thank you for all of your support in these years. Please. And it's my pleasure to invite once again RIT Croatia's Associate Dean, Dr. Jako Patekar, to come to the podium to introduce the baccalaureate graduates of the class of 2026. Jako.
Dear graduates and families, congratulations on reaching one of the most significant milestones in life. I wish you all the best in the rest of your exciting journey. I would now like to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Web and Mobile Computing and prvostupnike informacijskih tehnologija. Nora Brkić. Fran Favro. Vedran Hadžić. Danilo Ivanović. Orest Kisi, magna cum laude, Excellence in Student Life Award. Marija Mandarić. Erjon Perezić, cum laude. Matej Radović. Carlos Kokić. Toni Vlašić. Now, I would like to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality and Tourism Management and prvostupnike ekonomije. Nur Alagić. Mar Anđelić, cum laude. Tita Butić, summa cum laude, outstanding undergraduate scholar. Mira Carnevale. Daniela Dražeta. Marija Đuričković, magna cum laude. Anastasija Grgurević. Lea Gugic, magna cum laude. Ivana Menalo. Tomo Naglic, magna cum laude, Excellence in Student Life Award. Lea Papak. Toni Praštalo. Antonella Rodić. Marin Šučur. Dora Šurković. Jovana Uljarević, summa cum laude.
After 29 years of operating in Croatia, we can proudly say that RIT Croatia graduates are fulfilling the vision of the college. They're in careers and positions of influence in international as well as regional and local companies, in industries and fields such as tourism, information technology, telecommunications, marketing, retail, HR, finance, and many others, all which require talented and well-educated individuals. We're eager to follow how this generation joins them. And to the family and friends of these graduates, I can tell you with confidence that we share with you the elation of this day, which represents the culmination of our joint efforts to provide an RT education to these individuals who have completed their degree programs. They know, as we do, that they would not be experiencing the same level of success today if it were not for your warm support. Will the students, faculty, and platform join me in recognizing the people who, by their support and encouragement, have contributed so much to the success of these graduates? Would all of the family members and friends of the graduates please rise to be recognized? Thank you once again. Now, I'd like to recognize and thank a group of individuals who truly continue to keep the college operating, the staff of RIT Croatia. Would they all please stand to be recognized? Thank you, guys. Now, I wish to recognize those most responsible for what you, the graduates, have completed during your education, the faculty of RIT Croatia. Will the faculty please stand and turn to their students? Congratulations to the RIT Croatia faculty for a job well done. I would now like to call upon Dr. Prabhu David, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs at RIT, for the conferral of the degrees. Dr. David?
Thank you, Dean Gusak, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Prabhu David. I serve as Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs at the RIT Rochester campus. And it is my absolute pleasure to be with you today in Croatia to participate in the commencement ceremony and to congratulate all our graduates on reaching this amazing milestone in their lives. In a world in which knowledge is increasingly the differentiator between the successful and the unsuccessful, you are now in a position to make a meaningful contribution to your community, your nation, and the world. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the families, spouses, partners, children, and friends of the graduates. It is your support that has, in so many cases, helped to bring graduates to this place at this time. They will continue to need your support as they venture forward, and I know you'll be there. Today is a day for celebration, but also a day for reflection on the knowledge and skills you have developed throughout your academic career, which will continue to be critical on your success going forward. Creativity, innovation, and critical thinking have been consistent underlying themes across much of your coursework. From general management meetings to executive boardrooms to public office, we increasingly need to be able to think ahead, to confront new challenges, and just be able to adapt. But also, we need to be ahead of the curve. RIT Croatia has prepared you well, but you should remember that this is not the end, but the beginning of your education. The most successful graduates are those who will continue to learn throughout life, to apply what you have learned here in your work. Now, all the candidates for the degree, please rise. So we have a tradition in Rochester to make a lot of noise before we give out degrees. So can you make some noise? Yes? Are you sure? That was good. That was good. So now, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Rochester Institute of Technology, I now confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, as certified by the faculty and as signified in the commencement bulletin, with all the rights and privileges pertaining hitherto. On behalf of all the faculty, staff, and administration of RIT and RIT Croatia, congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Provost David. And I would like to say a few words of my own. I'm immensely proud of each and every one of you graduating today. How did you get to graduation? A somewhat simplified description of the journey would be, you successfully answered all of the questions the faculty had asked you. Along the way, you had to respond to many unexpected questions about how to get through the COVID pandemic, earthquakes, wars, and similars. You excelled in those responses too, and that is how you got here. But at the same time, you have also learned to ask questions. As freshmen, you were somewhat shy. By the time you were seniors, you were asking a respectable number of the right questions. Please keep up the good work. Asking questions keeps us moving forward. This is how many brilliant minds, including Archimedes, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, Lisa Meitner, and Catherine Jones, got to their amazing achievements. They asked themselves tough questions, and they were patient with getting the answers. Remember the values and lessons you have learned in college, and let them guide you to your next questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Rephrase them if needed, and keep learning and expanding your horizons. Maybe you'll have to wait for an answer. This is a skill I'm still working on, but trust me, it's worth it. And thank the other person for the answer you receive, even though if you don't like that particular answer. Sometimes answers to your questions will come from a friend, a colleague, an expert, or a stranger, sometimes from within, and sometimes from Google, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, and all others. Hence, the skill of asking the right questions and writing prompts will be a part of your daily routine. Embrace it and keep asking questions. If you find yourself in a mood for a Q&A with any of us at RIT Croatia, please reach out and stop by. Our doors here at RIT Croatia will always remain open to you, and we will be curious to hear about the questions you asked in the meantime and the answers you found. At your orientation, I shared that if I could, I would stay a student forever, as being a student is something magical. I'm fortunate that I at least get to stay close to students and see that magic happen. Thank you for being our students and sharing your magic with peers, friends, faculty, staff, and your dear ones. Dear class of 2026, congratulations once again. May your future be filled with success, happiness, and many tough questions answered. Hvala vam I sretno. Thank you. Thank you. This concludes the 28th commencement ceremony for RIT Croatia. Thank you for joining us today, and again, congratulations, everyone. I would ask that you please remain seated until the academic procession has left the hall. Thank you.